Hello there and welcome to today's ride. It's going to be a chilly one. It's also going to be a fairly short one because I'm just really testing out how I'm going to fare in this colder weather. Up until very recently I used to do quite well, but over the last year or so I've really noticed that I've started to feel the cold a lot more. And I can confirm that it is in fact pretty cold. As you can see, we've had a light dusting of snow overnight, so it's not deep by any stretch of the imagination, but the roads are a little bit icy and the temperature is -1 degree Celsius. Over the last year or so I've really struggled to keep warm on the bike when the temperatures dropped below about 6 degrees Celsius, and the last time I rode in conditions like this was last New Year's Eve with my friend Kathy, when we went out and did about a 50-kilometer ride, and on that particular occasion I was absolutely chilled to the bone. And today's just to see if I can just get enough layers on to feel at least a little bit comfortable on the bike, and so far I'm not sure it's working. To be honest, I've only ridden a few kilometers, and I've obviously been stopping to do some filming and stuff, so I haven't really given it a full test. But to give you some idea of what I'm wearing, on my feet I've got on a pair of the Altura merino socks with some overshoes, and then I've got the Altura thermal long bottomed bib shorts, and they're actually quite warm. And then on my top layer I've got a long sleeve base layer, I've got a regular short sleeve jersey, I've got another long sleeve Altura top, and then I've got this Gore-Tex top. So I think that's about 4 layers, and standing here right now I'm feeling the cold a little bit, so I think I should get back on the bike and start working up a bit of a sweat if possible. I really am having to take things a little bit gingerly today because the ice on the roads is pretty dangerous. Rightly or wrongly, I find that riding on the fresh snow a little bit easier, and the bike has a little bit more traction. But I think one of the big mistakes that I'm making today is riding my Alley, which is my traditional winter bike. On the plus side, it does have the mud guards and everything, so yeah, it's going to keep the bike a little bit cleaner, but it doesn't really have the appropriate tyres. I think I would have been better off riding my gravel bike with the wider, more knobbly tyres today. I think another mistake is riding on these very quiet little country lanes. And while they might be quieter, with the high hedges and stuff, the sun isn't really reaching the road, and consequently the ice is staying here a bit longer. You may also notice that I'm wearing a couple of extra items to keep warm. Firstly, I've got a buff underneath my cycling cap here to keep my ears warm, and that's doing a pretty good job. I've also got some gloves on. These are my good old Decathlon Faithfuls, and I've got another buff just here to stop the cold air going down inside all of my layers of jersey that I've got on. It's keeping me relatively warm. When I'm cycling, I can feel that I'm a lot warmer than I thought I was going to be, and the thing that surprised me the most was my legs. I thought the one part of my body that I didn't really need to worry about were my legs, but I can feel they are starting to get a little bit cold now. I'm not out to do any heroics today. It's just going to be short rides. Like I say, it's a bit of an experiment. I'm enjoying what I'm doing so far. I think maybe next time I'll go out on slightly busier roads, or at least roads where they're not quite so icy, and I probably need another layer, if I'm brutally honest. Well, there we go, that's me home, and 12.5 kilometers in the bank of fitness. So not the longest of rides, but it served a purpose today. Not only did it let me know that I do need another layer, but it just got me out of the house after about 10 days off the bike. It certainly was chilly at -1 degree Celsius, and to be fair, that's probably about as cold as it gets here in the UK, but I do appreciate that in other parts of the world that doesn't really seem like anything. So places like Canada and Northern Europe, Scandinavia and that, people are going out and riding their bikes in much colder weather. But anyway, that's my ride done for today, and if you'd like to see some more videos to help you get the most out of your cycling, please click on the one coming up in the end screen. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.